stop calling yourself an introvert. That label was designed to make you apologize for having a superpower. While everyone else burns their brain on meaningless noise, you've been unknowingly training the exact neural circuitry that separates elite performers from the mediocre masses. Elon Musk guards his alone time like nuclear codes. Navy SEALs use your exact recovery protocol. Chess grandmasters operate on your energy system. The difference? They weaponized what you've been apologizing for. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn the classified brain hack that turns your so-called weakness into the most dangerous competitive advantage you'll ever possess. Chapter 1. The Energy Conspiracy. They told you that needing alone time to recharge makes you weak. That's the lie that keeps you mediocre. Elite performers in every field, Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg operate on the same principle you do. They treat energy like classified intel, not currency to be spent freely. While extroverts leak vitality in every interaction, you've been unconsciously practicing selective energy deployment, the exact strategy used by special forces and chess grandmasters. Here's what's actually happening in your brain. When you enter a social situation, your nervous system activates what neuroscientists call the dorsal attention network. This means you're unconsciously scanning for threats, reading microexpressions, analyzing vocal tonality, and processing emotional data from every person in the room simultaneously. Extroverts don't do this. Their brains operate on a reward-based dopamine system that gets energized by external stimulation. Your brain operates on a threat assessment and deep processing system that requires massive computational power. You're not socially awkward. You're running a supercomputer while everyone else is running a calculator. The exhaustion you feel after social interaction isn't weakness, it's your system overheating from processing data streams that others can't even detect. Chapter 2. The Tactical Reframe. Stop calling it your social battery. Start calling it your operational energy reserve. This isn't just semantics. This is how you reprogram your identity at the neurological level. Here's your first practical drill. For the next 72 hours, every time you feel the urge to say, "I need to recharge" or "I'm drained," replace it with, "I'm entering deep processing mode" or "I'm running tactical analysis." Say it out loud if you're alone. Think it clearly if you're around others. Why does this work? Your brain doesn't distinguish between external reality and the internal narratives you feed it. When you continuously label your alone time as weakness, your subconscious treats it as a deficit to fix. When you label it as a strategic advantage, your subconscious starts optimizing for it. Within 72 hours of this reframe, you'll notice something shift. The guilt disappears. The apologies stop. You start protecting your alone time the way a CEO protects board meetings because you finally understand that's exactly what it is. Chapter 3. The Energy Audit Protocol. Here's where most people fail. They know they're drained, but they have no data on what's actually draining them. You're about to build a classified energy map that will change everything. Get a notebook or open a note on your phone. For the next 7 days, track every social interaction longer than 5 minutes. Create 4 columns: person or event, energy before on a scale of 1 to 10, energy after on a scale of 1 to 10, and duration in minutes. Be brutally honest. If coffee with your friend dropped you from an 8 to a 4 in 30 minutes, write it down. If a work meeting with your colleague actually increased your energy from a 5 to a 7, document it. No exceptions, no moral judgments, just data. After 7 days, you're going to see patterns that will shock you. You'll discover that certain people consistently drain you regardless of how much you like them. You'll find that some environments, like one-on-one coffee shops, might energize you while group dinners at loud restaurants devastate you. You'll realize that it's not about introversion versus extroversion. It's about strategic energy deployment. Now comes the dangerous part: elimination. Look at your energy debt list. Every person and situation that consistently dropped your energy by 3 or more points. You're going to systematically remove or minimize 80% of these within the next 30 days. Chapter 4. The Guilt Deletion System. The biggest obstacle isn't the audit. It's what happens when you try to act on it. The guilt will come. It always does. Here's how you delete it. Understand that guilt is just a social control mechanism. that was installed in you to make you predictable and manageable. Every time you feel guilty for declining a social invitation, canceling plans, or choosing solitude over socializing, you're feeling an emotional response that was programmed into you by people who benefit from your compliance. Create a guilt trigger log for the next 14 days. Every time you feel guilty about protecting your energy, write down the specific thought that triggered it. You'll see the same 3 or 4 narratives repeating. I'm being a bad friend. People will think I'm weird, I should be more social, or I'm missing out. Here's your counter protocol. Next to each guilt trigger, write the objective truth. I'm being a bad friend becomes I'm prioritizing my cognitive performance so I can show up at my best when it matters. People will think I'm weird becomes people who judge me for optimizing my energy are not operating at the level I'm targeting. I should be more social becomes I should be strategically social, not randomly social. Read your counter protocols out loud once every morning for 14 days. This is how you override defective programming with tactical reality. Chapter 5. The Recovery Weapon. Your alone time is no longer passive rest. It's active training. Here's how you weaponize it. Create 3 categories of solitude: reactive recovery, active processing, and offensive preparation. Reactive recovery is what you do immediately after high-drain situations. This is 20 to 40 minutes of pure decompression. No inputs, no social media, no podcasts, just silence or minimal ambient sound. Your brain needs to dump the cache. Let it. Active processing is where you become dangerous. This is 60 to 90-minute blocks where you deliberately think through complex problems, connect disparate ideas, or plan strategic moves. This is when you're journaling, mind mapping, or sitting with a single question until you crack it. Extroverts cannot do this. They get uncomfortable within 5 minutes of silence and reach for distraction. You're going to build the capacity to sit with complexity for 90 minutes straight. That's the differentiator that creates genius-level output. Offensive preparation is future-focused training. This is where you read dense material, study your field at depth, or practice skills that require intense concentration. Schedule 3 blocks per week, minimum 60 minutes each. This is non-negotiable. While others are networking at surface level, you're going deep on knowledge that will make you untouchable in your domain. Chapter 6. The Selective Deployment Strategy. Now that you've audited your energy drains and built your recovery protocols, it's time to redeploy strategically. Here's the principle. You're no longer available to everyone equally. You're going to operate on a tiered access system. Tier 1. High-value individuals who energize you, challenge you, or directly contribute to your mission. These people get unrestricted access. You say yes to their invitations. You initiate contact. You invest energy freely because the return is exponential. Tier 2. Neutral contacts who neither drain nor energize you significantly. These are professional relationships, acquaintances, or situational interactions. You engage politely but with clear boundaries. You attend when strategically beneficial but decline without guilt when it's not. Tier 3. Energy vampires. These are the chronic complainers, the drama generators, the people who leave you feeling worse after every interaction. You are going to ghost, fade, or create permanent distance from 90% of these people. No explanations. No long goodbye conversations. Just strategic withdrawal. Implement this immediately. Review your calendar for the next 30 days. Every social commitment gets categorized into Tier 1, 2, or 3. Cancel or minimize everything in Tier 3 starting today. Reduce Tier 2 commitments by 50%. Protect and increase Tier 1 interactions. Chapter 7. The 2026 Inflection Point. Here's why this matters more in 2026 than ever before. We're entering the attention collapsed. The average person's ability to focus is disintegrating. Burnout rates are at historic highs. Cognitive fragmentation is the default state, and you're building the opposite. While the world fragments, you're integrating. While they scatter their energy, you're concentrating yours. While they burn out trying to be everything to everyone, you're becoming a precision instrument that operates at maximum efficiency. In 12 months, the gap between you and the average person will be so vast they'll think you're operating on a different plane. They'll call it talent or genius. You'll know it's just strategy. You're not an introvert anymore. You're an energy tactician. You're not avoiding people. You're deploying selectively. You're not recharging. You're upgrading. The most powerful people in any room are the ones who mastered silence first. Welcome to the other side. 2026 belongs to you.